Getting down to practice is our portion of the podcast in which our guests are allowed to give what tip or trick for our 6 through 12 educators as they continue to work on creating anti-racist education. Considering your role as athletic director, what tips do you have for our audience and our listeners today?
Yeah, great question. So a lot of my work that I've done over the last couple of years in tandem with the anti-racist movement of Noble has relied on a lot of learning from both people and books. And in Bettina Love's book, We Want to Do More Than Survive, one of my favorite tips from that book comes from Ella Jo Baker herself, the namesake of this school. And in that book, it talks about how she was a leader by action, a leader of the people, amplifying the voices of those around her rather than feeling like she needed to fill that role herself. And so I've really taken that to heart. And I think as an athletic director, what I've tried to do this year is, be there with the people, get the voices of the students and the coaches, and really ask them and solicit, what do you want? What do you need? How can I eliminate barriers for you to make your job easier and make this enjoyable and not stressful? And so I think the little things like we talked about earlier really matter when I'm thinking about, payments for coaches or items that make practice easier for students or for coaches to do that. I think that's huge. And also just being there. I think as an athletic director or an administrator, your presence means a lot, and being willing to work the clock during a game or do the book with the team on the bench. I have been to nearly every home game I can, with the exception of a few that I've had graduate classes during. But I mean, it's been humbling and it's great because it keeps you on the ground. It shows your people that you care, you're for them and with them. And you're a team, you work together in tandem to make sure that the students have the best experience possible, but also that the staff has the best experience possible, because we know athletics require a lot of time, a lot of love, and just a lot of effort from everyone involved. And I know for me as a student, that was who I was growing up, and I'm so appreciative to the people who took the time and gave that effort to make my experience excellent. And so just trying to give back and be able to be that for someone else and open that space for them as well has been really powerful for me.
Kelsey, thank you for joining Changing the Course today. I really appreciated your authentic approach to being an athletic director at Baker College Prep. Before you go, we want to make sure that you have opportunity to read our grounding quote for our audience.
Absolutely. So the quote is, "To love all children, we must struggle together to create the schools we are taught to believe are impossible. Schools built on justice, love, joy, and anti-racism."
Kelsey, thank you for joining Changing the Course.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.